Hello folks, this is 2018 October-November paper 1-3 and the question number is 11. It is concerned with the chapter forces, or we can even use it in dynamics as well. So it says that a rigid hollow sphere is immersed deep in water and released from rest. It experiences an upthrust which propels it towards the surface of the water. So that means upthrust force is higher than the weight of the body. So you can also notice this word hollow. Hollow means that as you study in class 19 Archimedes principle, it has been designed to take more space. So that's why it is lighter than water. Which graph base shows the variation with time t up its upward velocity? So since we have this water thing, it's a fluid thing. Definitely this thing will be exerting some sort of drag forces or opposing force as well, viscous forces, when it moves. So in the very beginning, let us say at the very beginning here, when it was at rest, it starts from rest here, v equal to 0 definitely. So v equal to 0 means that this number c and d, they disqualify because they show some positive value of velocity. Here we have got 0 velocity, so only 2 candidates remaining right from the beginning. Now this thing will be facing mg force downward and the upthrust force fup upward. So the resultant force will be equal to F resultant will be equal to simply F upthrust minus mg, and there will definitely be some acceleration, A equal to F res by m equal to this thing by m. So it is F upthrust minus mg whole divided m. So in the beginning there will be some sort of acceleration. So in both these cases we have got acceleration because we have some slope here, and some slope here. After some time what happens is, as it goes on rising, the upthrust is still there, not much different. This mg is also still there. Now there comes an additional force as well. This is the drag forces, or let us say the viscous forces, and this force will be acting on the body downward. It's because the body is rising because of higher upthrust, so this force will be acting downward. So this is opposing force. Now the resultant force becomes FRS becomes FUP acting upward, FUP minus these two forces acting downward, so it will be FO minus mg, which means that so this should decrease. So this FRS should decrease. Now if it decreases, we must have A equal to FRS by m. This also should decrease. Now decrease of A means that the slope of VT graph, the gradient of VT graph should decrease. So decrease of A means that the gradient of VT graph should decrease. So among these two graphs, only this shows that trend and this does not show that trend. It shows that the value of acceleration is same, and it shows that the value of acceleration decreases. So it is goes on and off. So what happens is, when A decreases, it means that V increases, but at lower rate. So one thing to remember is, decrease of A does not actually mean decrease of V. It means that V is still increasing but at a lower rate. As it goes on and on and on, ultimately A becomes 0. It's following this trend. And at A equal to 0, then V becomes constant, and maximum as well. And this velocity is the terminal velocity, and this thing shows that the value of this terminal velocity. So pretty tricky one this is. We often deal with problems in which the sphere falls into water. There is the increase of velocity and it acquires terminal velocity, but here it is reverse. It is released at rest inside water and it rises until it reaches the terminal velocity. So slightly tougher.